Okay, so what we want like this. We require this as well. So we have to start configuring our gameplay tags. Basic locomotion, so grounded, falling, montage support, aim offset, and we're doing IK the separate task, and animation interface for layers. So let's do that. Animation blueprint now. Or we might even call it animation system. Okay. Just in case, fix up under redirections. Okay, so we go into gameplay, animation system, and we say animation, layer interface. This is what we want. We call it BP AGR animation interface, because we're going to use it for our AGR system, and this will be base pose. And we want to do another layer, which is called the overlay pose. And we want to do another layer, which is called aim offset. We want to do another layer, which is called IK. And this should be enough. No, montages as well. Okay. Compile, save, and all of those can have inputs that we're going to have to set up. So let's get back here and let's set up our animation blueprint. But to do that, we also need our blend spaces. I need to create animation blend space for skeleton. Call it grounded movement blend space. Okay, and this is 2D blend space. So we have horizontal, which is the direction from minus 180 to 180, and we can do 8, and we can say that interpolation time is 0. Vertical is velocity. It goes from 190 to 380. Okay, and grid is just 1. We're doing an interpolation time of 0.1. We need some interpolation time, but very fast one. Average and target weight blend of when we are doing this interpolation is high. It should be at least like 4. Okay. And now we'll do walk. Backward loop. Forward loop. Straight. Run strafe left 135, left 45, right 135, right 45, strafe left, left, left loop, okay, right, right, right loop, so this is strafing. Now running, run backward loop, forward loop, and now we need left and oops and right, and we got everything covered. Yeah, It's not minus, it's minus 180 to 180, 190 to 380. I mean, this is, I think, 370. Yeah, and we are scaling y-axis if we have to. And we have a blend space. Okay, so we can go to our anim graph and open this one and say that we want to have interface AGR animation interface. So base pose. And here we want to have our, well, general state machine. Grounded movement. In here we want to have idle, which is idle. If we just connect it like this, we can go here and say base pose. No. Layer. Oh yeah, it's linked anim layer. And we're saying base pose. Then we're doing linked anim layer. And this one is overlay pose. An overlay pose has an input, which is a pose input. Okay. We can do it like this. And now after overlay, we're doing linked anim layer, another one. We're going to here, and we're saying that after our overlay, we have the aim offset, which also has an input pose. So this is final frontal. This is base to blend. Then we need to have montage, and we call it add montage. Then we have aim offset, which is the final frontal pose. And then we have final IK. Okay. So now we go here. We get overlay. Then we have montage. And then we have aim offset. And after aim offset, we have AK. So this is our entire anim graph. It looks a lot cleaner than we are used to, right? Now this is still not working. Oh, base pose, overlay pose. We need to rename those. Base pose layer, overlay pose layer, aim offset layer, IK layer, and montage layer. That will make everything work. Okay, except now we have to do it like this. Okay, everything works. So one after another. This is the default one, so grounded locomotion. Save pose, and this will be the idle pose. You know what, doesn't matter. Or maybe, can we have multiple output poses? I don't think we can. Should we have idle separately? Maybe. Let's make a new animation layer and call it idle layer. And let's make it with no input. Okay, like this. So we could do link layer, and this one could be called idle. And can we save pose here? Call it idle saved pose, and can we use it somewhere else? Like, can we use it here? No, we can't. Oh, interesting. Huh, that's gonna make things interesting. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't need idle layer. We can definitely figure something out. So this is the base pose layer. And it has the idle, so I can do play idle, save catch pose, idle, catch pose, okay, and idle can go to moving, and by the way, yeah, there are no such thing yet, so idle not, idle, okay, here it will be Blendspace grounded locomotion, okay, great, direction and velocity. We could ignore the up velocity, but yeah, let's leave it like this. It's the overall velocity, so if we are moving faster on stairs or something, it should take it into account. So in idle, we're doing the standard state machine, which is idle state machine. It goes into idle, which is the idle, and this goes into turn in place and goes back, and this is lean greater than 0.1, and this is lean smaller equal 0.1. Okay, and this is blind by blue. What? Why? By accident I opened one of the nodes. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Yes, definitely I want this. Not. Okay. Lean. Greater than 0. True, false, and we have turned in place. plane 90 loop, plane 90 loop. Can we do mean absolute value? Can we do stuff with it? No, we can't. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything for me. Play rate, expose. Okay, lean, absolute value. Okay, and in our config, so class defaults, we want to say this 180, so the lean is 0 to 1. Yeah, okay. And I think this is for the turn in place enough. I might want a state of stop that goes on automation rule and goes here on the same rule as this. Okay, and this is stop left up, I guess, or stop forward, run forward, stop, walk forward, stop, and walk forward, stop, right and left. I guess one of those was the cool one. Let's try this one first. Okay, but we need to go into all of those where we have input and output, and we just do this. This, 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 and compile. Okay. That's interesting. It means that movement forward motion. Well, let's just do it like this. Bam, bam, show advanced, no, character bones. Let's see all. Okay, root lock, and this one root lock. Okay. Okay, and the second one, the right up one, how does it look like? Okay, and we say that start position is 0.4, and we just play that. Oh, that looks okay. And this one? I like this one more. And we're not checking if we're left or right foot up. We don't care. So this is happening. This is the idle state machine. This is the moving. Let's test it out a bit. Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. This lean absolute value is greater. Lean absolute value is greater. Okay. Okay, we go back here, turn in place. Both of those nodes are, yeah, they're looping. And root lock, save them. So we can look here, hit play, and I can debug it on the second monitor and see what's happening in this blueprint. So I can test for our character. So we're in idle, and then we're in stop, idle. What? Why? If lean, oh yes, that makes sense. Okay, so this works. Okay, let's go to our core, class settings, class default, setup. Let's make it 120 instead of 180. Let's test it now. Okay, that looks good. So now just the states. So this, first of all, everything initialization. So this 0.35, this 0.3, this 0.2, this 0.2. Okay. Those two initialization, and this goes 0.3 and to idle in 0.2. Inertialization, and we are not using the idle cache, I guess. Or are we? Oh, we are now. So we can use cache just inside this. So we are using this cache. But error. Okay, so if it's false, then do this, and if it's true, then do idle cache. And do like 0.25, 0.25. Also, here in idle, in turn in place, we should use this as initialization. Okay, this should start looking better. Okay, let's add a default. Let's go back into our state. Okay, so this is our layer. Let's go into our anim graph. So this is the base pose layer. The overlay layer default is nothing. Montage layer, we're going to have a default montage layer for sure. So to do that, we need to, okay, we got input pose, so we can save input pose. Save input pose. My cat is crazy again. So save input goes to some slot. and there's that, and blend bone, layer blend per bone, and the base is this, and the overlay is this. Mesh space rotation, and montages will go through spine 0, 1, 3. And curve blend options will be override by this slot. Okay, which is fine. And this goes into output. No, it goes into another default slot. And this goes into output. Okay, now I need to define the slots. So let's go here and say animation slot manager. And we have the default slot and want to add a slot. And the new added slot is upper body. And want to add a slot which will be called lower body. And want to add a slot which is full body, and we still have the default. Okay. Okay, so here we want to do full body, here we want to do lower body, here we want to do upper body, and lower body is always updating the source, upper body doesn't have to. This is always updating the source, and this is always updating the source. This is important. Okay, we can align those nodes, and this looks okay. So we got montage layer done. Okay, so this is done. This is done. Now, and then I will explain why we are doing layers, by the way. Okay. Oh, and there are the blend times. So when we are switching layers, like overlay and base layer, we can say that the blend times is 0.25 for overlay, and for base, for aim offset, for IK, I guess as well, and for montages. I don't think we'll be changing those, but yeah, let's do all of them 0.25. Okay, so we can change this, so they are not switching instantly now. Receives, notifies. I guess so, but let's okay, let's go here, aim offset layer. So we got a default aim offset layer, which is look, aim offset, look around. We got final aim offset. Let's print the structure pin on it. Okay, and we got now look around. And IK layer is just empty for now because we don't have any setup, and we don't need anything else from here. Okay, we don't need anything else from here. We can test it now here. F11, aim offset. Oh, it's working. Okay, turn in place is working. Okay, into stop we need to have a longer blend, so it looks better, but the problem is here and here. This should have a duration of, let's say, 0.4 even, and in idle stop Maybe we overdid it. And walk forward, left up. Just in case. And also start position 0.25. So let's see. It's not bad. And if we stop into turn, then we start turning. And turn speed scales pretty well. Okay. So we got basic locomotion. We can test this stop animation just in case. Okay. Save this one. I don't know which one. We can do like a... You know what? We can do random. And we can do both of them. So we can say do forward, stop, right up. So walk forward, stop, right up. And we can also do forward, stop, left up. And we can do them randomly. And we'll make different, sometimes like this, sometimes like this. Oh, and we can also say, can we define the start position? Oh, come on, we must. Oh, we can't. That's terrible. I thought that we can do anything with it. And this has no start position. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Darn it. Okay, I'll just use this one. Okay. So yeah, we got basic locomotion, we got basic inputs, we got the basic character. So it's a start. So let's make, like I said, a save point here. So we got this structure for the entire project. In our gameplay, we have animation system with layers. We got input system, which is the enhanced input system. We got our character is defined. We have the game instance and game modes. We got a test level that is just empty. Yeah, and we're making a save point by just making another commit. Let's go here. Let's go into commit. Stage everything. And let's say basic layered animation setup. Commit. Okay, we got this done. And also important, we're going back here and we're saying that animation interface is set up, layer design driven by tags, not yet. Basic locomotion, yes. Falling jumping, not yet. Basic montage support, yes. Aim offset based on IK, not yet. And yeah, this, of course. So we still got a few things to do. Layer design driven by tags. This is something I'm going to do now. falling, jumping, aim offset based on IK. Okay, those two will be the easiest ones.